I recently shared many SEOs are reporting lots of their pages being de-indexed by Google. If you have a website, you might see this yourself. It started May 20th. If you go to Google Search Console, you click on indexing on the left side, you go to pages, toggle off not indexed. It makes it a lot easier to see. Then you just have indexed on, and you might see a drop in your index pages starting on May 20th or May 28th or even the beginning of June. This is what a lot of people are seeing. The earliest reports were May 20th. And Google is de-indexing pages on people's sites. This is what is happening. And on this episode of the show, the number one podcast in the universe, I am going to be sharing a theory as to why this is happening. And it's a very different theory from what lots of other people are saying. In fact, it is my theory. It is my theory on why this is occurring. A popular theory is that Google is changing its algorithms around topical authority. So its algorithms around how authoritative is this website within its niche. Those algorithms are changing, and as a result, pages are getting de-indexed, and you need to rebuild topical authority in order to get your pages indexed again. That's a popular theory. That might be part of it, but I don't think that's the root cause for why so many pages are being removed from Google's index. Other people are saying Google is scraping the content, learning from it for AI, and then just discarding it. They don't need it anymore. They got it for the AI. They don't need the pages anymore. I don't think that's the case at all. In fact, Google will need to reference pages when it is sharing things in AI mode or with AI overviews. Even if there is content where Google needs to reinforce something that it sees, and so it needs to get that same content from lots of different sources who are saying the same thing. I don't think that's it. What I think it really is in 2025, the most clicked sites from Google are user-generated content sites. Number 1 is YouTube. Number 2 is Facebook. Number 3 is Reddit. Number 4 is Instagram. Number 7 is X. Number 9 is TikTok. And number 10 is LinkedIn. And it is way easier to create user-generated content on TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or X or Reddit than to make worthwhile pages on a site. And Google is turbocharging user-generated content. And so what I think the reason for so many pages being de-indexed is I think Google is making room in its index. It is expensive to just store pages in the index and to keep on increasing that storage. And it is more efficient to actually remove pages that aren't very valuable, remove them from the index in order to make room for, and this is my theory, for more user-generated content across TikTok, across Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, X, Reddit, LinkedIn, all of these, especially video, which is ranking so well right now. Again, number 1, the most clicked site from Google is YouTube. TikTok is at number 9. LinkedIn also has video. Instagram at number 4 with Instagram Reels. X has video. Facebook, of course, at number 2 also has video. Here's the thing about short form video. A lot of searchers prefer it. It's faster to consume. It's more engaging. It can be more personal and authentic. And nowadays, everybody has fast enough internet to load video. In fact, actually, if you look at Instagram, its organic keywords, the number of keywords that it is ranking for in Google spiked in April. Instagram is at an all-time high in terms of how many keywords it's ranking for and the traffic that it is getting from organic Google search. Same with YouTube. YouTube spiked in organic keywords, in the amount of keywords that it is ranking for. It spiked up in December of 2024, and it is also at an all-time high in terms of how many keywords it's ranking for and the traffic that it is getting from organic Google search. I think the primary thing is Google is it is changing its algorithms around topical authority, how authoritative a website is within its niche. And it's getting rid of a lot of people who are seeing their pages get de-indexed. They are reporting the pages that are getting de-indexed. A lot of them are junk pages that don't actually have a lot of value on them, pages that have thin content, that have duplicate content, or outdated content, pages that people consider that on their own sites they consider the pages to be low quality. Some people have reported quality pages being removed. So this could also be due to the topical authority algorithms being adjusted. But I think largely the reasoning is making room for more user-generated content because it's so much easier to create user-generated content on the platforms that I mentioned than it is to make a worthwhile page on your site. I would hypothesize, this is minor, but there are more people creating apps. They're using AI to create apps a lot faster. And then these apps, the apps might also have user-generated content, or the apps could be doing some form of programmatic SEO. It could have useful, unique data on these apps, on these new apps that are emerging with AI. And so that's more pages for Google to index. This is a combination of things, but I am going to hypothesize that is mostly due to user-generated content. And you see that from the data. User-generated content is being so highly prioritized in Google search. It's expensive to store a lot of information. And Google is like, okay, what can we get rid of? We need to make more room for the user-generated content that is being created. A lot of searchers are preferring that. What can we get rid of? And they change their algorithms to figure out what they can de-index. That's my hypothesis. I like to provide solutions on this show. This comes from my article, The Biggest Mistake Digital Marketers Will Make This Year. And the biggest mistake that they'll make this year is not using the platforms that I mentioned to do SEO while it's still non-competitive, because most video creators, they do SEO by having a sloppy list of hashtags at the end of their descriptions. And that's all wrong. In this article of mine, I have a section called Automate, and it really takes a few minutes to make a video, which is getting a short form video, which is getting so crazy turbocharged. So this is what I wrote. YouTube Shorts, IG Reels, and TikTok all have native video creation capabilities used by 6-year-olds. If 6-year-olds can figure it out, so can you. And for more flexibility, somebody asked me, how did I make my video yesterday that came out? I made a video yesterday about the new LLMs.txt file. And someone said, how did you make this? So I use Descript. I shoot my videos on my phone or my laptop. I import them into Descript. With one click, I remove all the gaps between words. And then also with another click, I just automatically remove bad takes from the transcript. Every raw video that I upload gets auto-transcribed. It's super efficient. And then when you remove stuff from the transcript, that removes stuff from the finished video. And then automate. So once you upload your video, upload it to only one platform. I use reusevideo.com. It makes it so my videos auto-release everywhere at once, to YouTube Shorts, to Facebook, to Instagram, to X, to TikTok, to LinkedIn. And then you just made a piece of content in 10 to 20 minutes. And it's targeting a keyword. I actually need to share in a moment how to target keywords with video. But you make a piece of content targeting a keyword in 10 to 20 minutes, way faster than a blog post. And then it auto-releases to 6 of the 10 most clicked websites in Google search, which AI is also training off of. So in order to target keywords, most of these video platforms, they only have description fields to write in. So take your keyword, put it at the beginning of your description field, and then take the transcript from your video, use that as the rest of your description. You also, of course, you want your video to be about that keyword, and it is helpful if you use that keyword in the video. It's not always necessary, but it is helpful. But start your description with the keyword. If you don't have a transcript because you're not editing in Descript or something, just write something yourself. Keep it 50 to 100 words. Longer descriptions help for SEO. If there is a title field, YouTube has a title field. Also, additionally, put your keyword at the beginning of your title field. It's really easy to target keywords with video. Most video creators, they don't know how to do it. And they don't know how to do keyword research. They don't even know how to find keywords. So the overall for this episode, my theory is that Google is de-indexing so many pages to make more room for user-generated content. Make sure the pages on your site are good and are linked to well and are up to date and are within your niche. Reinforce your topical authority. Have more content on your site about your topic. Work on the external marketing that you're doing for your site with language around your site that is also related to your topic. This enforces topical authority. While you're doing that, make videos or posts on X or posts on Reddit And the same concept applies for X and Reddit. Take your keyword, put it at the beginning of your post, make user-generated content, a lot of it targeting your keywords, and user-generated content just ranking so well right now. It's really crazy. In fact, if you're going to target a keyword with your website and you're going to put in the work you're going to spend a day or two making a page on your site to target that keyword, while the content is top of mind for you, you might as well make a video or two in a fraction of the time, or an X post or two, or a Reddit post or two, or a LinkedIn post or two in a fraction of the time that also targets the keyword and recommends your brand as the solution to that keyword. That's all for The Edward Show. This is episode 711 of my daily digital marketing show, 711 days in a row doing this podcast. Wow. What an amazing show. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope this episode shed some light, answered some questions, provided value for you, my dear listener, my dear watcher. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.